Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're taking a look at a part of the United States that a lot of global investors are just now starting to wake up to. It's called real Arizona, and it's this huge investment frontier with some pretty unique advantages. So let's jump right in and see what all the buzz is about.
So, if you're a strategic investor, you're always asking yourself one thing: where is that next big opportunity? Well, I can tell you it's not in the crowded, super expensive coastal markets. Nope. It's in a place that has the space, the resources, and, this is key, the local drive to build the future. And that place is real Arizona.
Okay, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the opportunity itself. Then, the core assets that make it all work. We'll check out the pro-business climate, which is a huge deal. And then, we're going to spotlight two high-growth sectors before we tie it all together and show you how this connects to the global investment scene.
All right, first things first, let's get our bearings. We are not talking about the big, sprawling cities you might already know. We're diving into Navajo and Apache Counties, a massive region that is, frankly, a hidden gem for anyone thinking about a strategic, large-scale investment.
You know, the first thing that just jumps out at you is the sheer scale. We're talking about over 21,000 square miles. To put that in perspective, that's bigger than a lot of countries. And this isn't just empty space. It's affordable, accessible land, the kind of footprint you need for those really ambitious projects, without the crazy costs you'd find elsewhere.
But look, having all that land is just one piece of the puzzle, right? A great opportunity has to be built on a strong foundation. So let's look at the actual concrete assets that make this region ready for your investment, like right now.
The whole thing is really built on four solid pillars. You've got amazing natural resources, perfect for renewables. You've got a strong energy grid ready to go. You've got a transportation network to get your goods wherever they need to be. And, so important these days, you have growing digital infrastructure to keep you connected. It's really the whole package.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. This isn't some isolated place in the middle of nowhere. From a central hub like Winslow, you're just hours away by road or rail from huge economic centers like Phoenix and LA, and even key ports in Mexico. It's a strategic logistics hub ready to plug you right into the entire North American supply chain.
Okay, so you've got the land, you've got the infrastructure, but that's not the whole story, is it? You need a business environment that actually wants you to succeed. And real Arizona is basically engineered to get rid of the usual headaches and get you up and running faster.
Here's the key takeaway for any investor. The leadership here, they're focused on your success. So instead of getting buried in red tape, you get streamlined permitting. Instead of endless delays, you get real active support. And to help with costs, there are targeted tax credits and incentives. They've basically designed the whole system to de-risk your investment. All right, let's zoom in on our first key sector. Alternative energy isn't just some vague possibility here. It's a massive strength, built on the kind of natural advantages you just can't find anywhere else.
And this quote right here, it says it all. The huge energy developers, the big names, they're already here. They're building massive projects, but what they don't have is the local support system. They need a supply chain. That creates a built-in, ready-made demand for businesses that can fill that gap. Think about this number for a second. Almost 290 days of sunshine every year, plus powerful wind corridors. That's your resource guarantee. For a solar or wind investment, that's not just a nice weather report. That's a bankable asset. It means your energy production is going to be consistent and predictable.
So, what does this mean for you? Well, it opens up a few really clear doors for investment. You could supply essential materials, cabling, transformers, you name it. You could provide the heavy equipment for construction, or you could build a business around long-term maintenance. You could even specialize in the logistics of moving those massive wind turbine blades. The demand for all of this is just exploding.
Okay, now let's pivot to our second major opportunity here. This region is fast becoming a new center for advanced manufacturing, and it's being driven by innovators who are literally building a modern industrial ecosystem from the ground up.
You know, when a big innovative company like Zenny sets up shop, that sends a huge signal to the market. This company isn't just building cool modular homes, it's creating an entire local ecosystem around what it does. It's like a magnet, creating real, immediate demand for a whole network of suppliers.
So how do you get in on this? Well, you could supply everything from kitchen appliances to lighting fixtures. You could provide the raw materials, steel, insulation, things like that. You could bring in cutting-edge automation and robotics for their production lines. Or you could be the one to actually develop the industrial buildings these new companies need. Every one of these is a direct route into this amazing growth story.
So why should all this matter to you as a global investor? Well, because you wouldn't be blazing this trail alone. You'd be in very good company. The opportunities we've just talked about are already attracting serious capital from some of the world's sharpest economies.
Just take a look at the countries that are already pouring money into these exact sectors in the US. For alternative energy, you've got Canada and the UK leading the charge. For advanced manufacturing, it's Japan and Switzerland. This isn't some theoretical opportunity. It's a validated investment strategy that the big global players are already acting on.
And the data here really spells it out. Investors from places like Canada, Germany, and Japan are already leading the way. They see the incredible potential in the US for these high-growth sectors, and they're putting their money to work. This shows there's a clear, proven, and successful path for foreign direct investment that you can follow.
So, let's recap. We've seen the incredible amount of land, the rock-solid infrastructure, a business climate that's on your side, and very specific, high-demand opportunities in both energy and manufacturing. And we've seen that smart investors from around the world are already moving in. So really, it all comes down to one simple question. The opportunity is right here. Will your investment be?